The city of Lagos stands out as the cultural, financial, and of course, entertainment capital of Africa, an epicenter of commercial and social activities in Nigeria. The great city with numerous viable developmental projects to drive and sustain the mega city dream. Let's broaden your horizon about this great city on the City of Lagos TV show. You're welcome. When you experience good governance in Lagos, you experience quality leadership under Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. But what is actually new from the governor's office this week? Welcome to From the Governor's Office segment on the City of Lagos TV show. First, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, gave a commendable scorecard of the performance of the Lagos State Security Trusts Fund at the 16th Annual Town Hall Meeting on Security with Mr. Governor, with the theme LSSTF Stewardship, a review of our activities in line with the team's agenda of the Lagos State Government, Lagos State Security Trust Fund. Governor Sanwo-Olu also noted the strategic value and relevance of the state security architecture, which is to ensure a safer Lagos.
It's the 16th in series of the town hall meeting that, as your governor, I was privileged to have organized the very first town hall of the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. And not only did I organize the first one, I was one of the very first acting chairman and a board member for the first 4 years of this fund. And it's indeed an honor for me that as this 16th edition, we're continuing to keep the flag flying. And so you can see the town hall, which in itself has become a security calendar that we all keep as a government, has shown very clearly that government, even with all of the deficit of trust that we have in our system, there's some government establishment, there's some government agencies, there's some government parastatals that are kept to their words, and each year they come out to be counted and they give a report of all of the things they do or they promise to do or they've done on a year-on-year basis. I want to thank the chairman and members of the Lagos State Security Trust Fund for their dedication and for ensuring that this tradition has not stopped. Engagement of this kind is extremely important for our democracy and for the society that we live. Our pledge as a government is that we'll continue to listen and to engage, and we'll also allow you to air your views, opinions, so that we can have better shapes of policies and programs of government. Let me say that the approach that we have conducted on security in Lagos State is an holistic one. The concept of human security that places a premium on guaranteeing that citizens have access to health care, to education, to food security, to financial enhancement opportunity, to shelter, to ensuring that the development of a total being is capable of being reached its fullest potential. All of these things we believe can only be sustained and be kept under a very safe and secure environment. And so therefore in Lagos State, we must never lose sight of the big, complete picture of an all-round security architecture. All of our programs are geared towards the provision and expansion of the opportunity for our people, especially the young minds in our society. We're determined to ensuring that no one is left behind for as long as you remain a worthy citizen of this great state. And I think this is also reflective of the economic promise that we gave 3.5 years ago when we came under the T.H.E.M.E.S agenda, which I'm sure you all know too very well now. The last letter in that pillar is security and governance. Lagos State government security policy is driven by the need for a wholly secure environment that enables the well-being, prosperity, and fulfillment of the people of the state. You all know the indices. You all know that this is the center of excellence.
The media has been charged to exhibit a high level of professionalism, commitment to the media profession, and to ensure balanced reporting, considering the strategic importance of the profession in the scheme of things in the country. The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who gave this charge at the 30th anniversary of the Nigerian Media Merit Award in Lagos, admonished the awardees to live up to expectations.
The Nigerian media has occupied a pride of place at every critical junction in the evolution of our great country. Many of our founding fathers were themselves newspaper men and columnists. They were publishers. They were wielding the power of the pen to chip away the roots of colonialism, exploitation, and to advance their vision of a free and independent nation. And so since independence, their nation has enjoyed an unbroken tradition of a vibrant and free press, I dare say. Through successive phases of our social, political journey and transitions, Nigerians have always been able to count on the fourth estate of REM to stand up for what is right at all times, regardless of the situation. I think you deserve a round of applause for that. And so the story of our hard-won democracy will not be complete without acknowledging the very prominent role of the media, all of you in this room, especially in the fight for democracy following the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election. To all the awardees, I want to congratulate you on being found worthy of this prestigious award. This award is a call to a greater and a more dedicated service as encouragement to higher achievements through the power of your pen. Nigerians require you more than ever before to hold powerful institutions to account, to fight for the downtrodden and the less privileged in our society, and of course to use your voice to bring attention to issues that we ought to take seriously as a society and as a nation. This is a phenomenal achievement that no doubt testifies to your creativity and your intellect, which puts you and your profession on the same pedestal with the best Nigerian can offer, the best Africa can offer, and journalism, I believe, is the best the world can offer. Let me use this opportunity to lend my voice to the appeal of well-meaning compatriots, to the media, on the need to exercise a high level of professionalism and commitment to the ethics of this great profession, especially as the 2023 general elections draw near, which you are all participants in one form or the other. Even as the media holds a powerful institution to account, you must also reserve some of this scrutiny for yourselves and ensure that there is no room for bad eggs and those who seek to bring this noble reputation into disrepute. This time we are in call for great circumspection and great fidelity to the timeless principles of journalism. Accuracy is critical, fairness at all times, balanced reportage, integrity, I imagine, is critical at all times. Your standards must never be lowered for anything, and definitely not in this age in which social media and internet has enabled the easy amplification of fake news and malicious report, hate speeches that are intended to give undue political advantage or to divide our society or even derail this our democracy.
The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has described the APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the man that has the capacity to take Nigeria to the next level as the country's president. Mr. Governor, who was speaking at the APC mega rally held in Teslim, Balogun, Lagos, equally thanked Nigerians, especially party faithfuls, who turned out in their large numbers to make the rally a success.
Any out of doubt that indeed this is a man that has fountain of knowledge. I can boldly say that is the best man for the job. He's a man that indeed we're all here together with his vice presidential candidate to celebrate. But before I go on, let me welcome very warmly all of our invited guests from every part of the country. Let me welcome you to the Center of Excellence. Let me welcome you to the State of Aquatic Splendor. Let me welcome you to the commercial, economic, and political nerve center of our country. Let me welcome you to the city that means so many things to so many people, irrespective of your ethnic, national, your tribe, or where you come from. Welcome to the city of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Welcome to your Lagos, to our Lagos. And we're here today, of course, in the spirit of one Lagos, to show that the resilience that we have in the city, we want to transform it to our nation. We want to take it forward to the country called Nigeria. And we believe that with our broom, the symbol of cleanliness, the symbol of purity, that we can do it. I want to enjoin all of you for coming out here in large number. I want to thank you very, very much. I want to say that this is the beginning of the mother of all rally. I want to thank you for all of you for coming out, for trooping out in large number.
This rally. On his part, the man of the day, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, expressed his appreciation this way.
I am indeed grateful to God Almighty, to all of you people, to the people of Lagos, to the members of the cabinet of Buhari. The national chairman was almost painted like a pancake. He got here. He spoke a Spanish. He commended all of you. I say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is a broom revolution. Broom.
The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has commended the efforts, initiatives, and future projection plans of the Governing Council of the Public Defender, OPD. The governor, who expressed his appreciation to the board led by Mrs. Yinka Shitabe, who represented the chairman during a courtesy visit to the governor, promised to offer significant support to the board to function effectively and live up to its mandate.
I've listened to Ms. Shitabe on the rules setting up, OPD. And I want to say without any fear of contradiction that it was one of the very early boards that we set up in this administration. And it was because of the importance that we realized at that time. We appreciate that it was set up, to help the vulnerable in our society and to help the people that ordinarily they might not have a full ability to have justices at their disposal. And we appreciate that at a very early stage in our administration. And that in itself led to why we appointed a board for you. And so let me say that on behalf of the government, to thank the board members, who I imagine have been contributing their time, their intellect, and their efforts, and their resources at ensuring that we'll continue to have the office running. The citizens are the better off for it. They've been beneficiaries of all your interventions and all of the things that you've done, on behalf of government, for them, the voiceless amongst our society and the very vulnerable, within our midst. So I want to thank you and I want to commend you. We chose you because we believe you can do it. That's why you're chosen as board members ab initio. I want to assure you that we appreciate your effort, your commitment to this. Thank you for your strategic plan that you've put forward. OPD and another 10 years ahead, what should be the road course. That's how things should be done. You should be able to access yourself and set new levels of challenges and frontiers, for yourself. So I dare say that there's nothing you have asked for that is not deserving, given the fact that it's a public intervention. These are interventions that government wants to do, but as a ministry we cannot do it. So offices like this, and interventions are very, very important.
The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was opportune to reel out to stakeholders the strategic, profitable, non-oil infrastructural potentials of Lagos at the just concluded Central Bank of Nigeria RT200 Non-Oil Export Summit. The governor assured the various stakeholders of tremendous opportunities doing non-oil sector business with Lagos.
The aim of this is providing opportunity for boosting production and mobilizing our abundant resources to create jobs. As a public sector person, that is one word that I think is needed in this room. To increase our non-oil revenues. And I think you've seen real men, you've seen real businesses talk about their growth trajectory, moving from $10 million to $15 million to $25 million, some moving from 2 to 8 to 10. And so these are stories that we can all see this morning that are real stories and they are life stories. And certainly to expand our foreign currency earning, because our country deserves, and we deserve a lot more. In the next 5 years, if we can all agree in this room that we can project to be able to provide about 50% of our total foreign earning from non-export, I think as a country and as individuals and as businesses, we have done very, 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 very well. But I think the story is not lost, on us. We know that the world in itself is going through a lot of turmoil. There's been a lot of global disruptions. There's been a lot of challenges here and there. But I think we certainly are not living up, we're not living just to the excuses people are belting up, and we're all taking, the bull by the horn. And so for us in Lagos State, it's really about how well are we using our space to be able to provide the needed opportunity, the needed, infrastructure development, the needed requirements to make all of these our promises to make it well-fed. If you look at the theme for this second edition, we're happy that within the first tenure of our government in the last 3.5 years, we were able to start and complete the Lekki Deep Sea Port. This is a clear testimony of what the mind of the private sector, working with a forward-looking public sector government, can do. We signed an export loan with them in 2019, and they did promise that in 2.5 years, they will complete the port. Even with the 1 year of COVID, we were able to deliver on budget and on time. We're just waiting to receive the first shipments, vessels, that will start the commercial transaction. And Mr. President had assured us that in the month of December, that port must go commercial and must start, to work, in earnest. And so for us, it's not just about the port. I think the governor of CBN have also talked about it. What level of infrastructure do we need to provide for it? I'm glad to also mention that we've done the first phase of the 19-kilometer, 6 lanes highway. You are looking at me and I'm saying it, 6-lane highway. From a 2-lane run-down road, we've turned it to 6-lane highway, rigid pavement. We have completed the phase 1 of it. Meaning from Eleko Junction, you make a right turn and you go all the way to Epe, and you can get on, because we've also done the express road to Ijebu-Ode. Ogun State have also done their own bit. And so you can hit the Shagamu-Benin express road from the Lekki port in less than 30 to 40 minutes if you take that whole axis. So infrastructure, PPP model has started. If you need to come and use the port and you don't have to come into Lagos, you don't need to come into Lagos, because the road has been done. You are coming from the east, you are coming from different parts of the west. You can actually access, the Lekki port from the Ijebu-Ode axis on the express road, and you'll get there, and you'll be able to do and conduct your business.
The All Progressive Congress, APC, has brought technology innovation to fund the Bola Tinubu Chicago presidential campaign with the launch of an app through which individuals and groups can offer financial support to the party ahead of the 2023 general elections. The Lagos State Governor, in his speech at the launch, gave an insight into the rationale and set objectives of the technological initiative.
What we're doing here this morning is not only unique, it's first in class, and it speaks to an opportunity for all of our supporters to have an input into it. This will be their government. This is about them. This is for them. This is their campaign. And people have been asking that they want to participate. They want to be part of it. They just don't want to sit on the fence. How do we collaborate? How do we ensure that a small amount, takes a proper place, and we all can indeed put our money where our mouth is and be part of a project that we're all committed in. This should be our own individual commitment to show that we are believing in this project, that we're committed to this project. Let us take this beyond us that are in this room. Let us be able to take this, to our various stakeholder engagements, to our various interventions where we have influencers, and we can project it. We can show at the end of the day that it has only a simple barcode. You can actually use your phone to donate, to support, and to be part of the Tinubu Chicago presidential intervention. I believe in that. Like I said, others who want to copy after they've seen our launch, it's okay. It's okay. It's not. We'll teach all. We'll lead by the front. Others can come and copy, But we are innovative. Once they copy, we'll come up with another innovation. We'll come up with another intervention, and we'll continue to lead the pack. We'll continue to lead the conversation. We'll continue to lead, from the front, because we are pushing together two men that we believe will help further deepen and shape the course of this country. They are men that have been proven, that have been tested, that have done incredibly well in their previous life as governors in their various states, and we're bringing the team together to set out an agenda that will take this country forward, that will provide jobs for our youth, that will give us the opportunity and will make our country stand in the Committee of Nations and be able to take its rightful place as not just the giant and the sun, but the biggest economy in Africa, so that we can create opportunity for our citizens, we can build our economy well, and life can be a lot more meaningful to everyone, and we can create an ecosystem where businesses grow, they thrive, and they do well. So it's not about them, it's about the future. It's about the opportunity that this team presents. It's about what it is that they're bringing to the table, and what they're bringing to the table is time and tested. They are the only ones that indeed can show that in recent and in modern time, they have built men, they have built institutions, as compared to other people that are just rhetorics, that are just talk shop. These are truly tested men that can indeed take our country, our economy to an enviable position.
And finally, from the governor's office, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has charged well-meaning Nigerians and individuals to continually see themselves as partners in progress with government to build a better community. The governor gave this charge at the grand opening and commissioning of Kikelomo Hall, a 140-bed space hostel block donated by Mr. Ayodeji Fadoju, which was handed over to Baptist Academy Mission School at Obanikoro, Lagos.
So what we're here to do is a clear testament and a testimony of the can-do spirit of Nigerians, of Lagosians, of each and every one of us, where we see ourselves as partners in government, partners in the advocacy and ensuring that we can leave a legacy that will outlive us, that we can use our resources, our talent, to better our community, to better our society, and to leave an enduring legacy that will even outlive all of us. And so I felt very elated, and one that I should come and identify with when I saw pictures of the Kikelomo Hall that we're going to be handing over to Baptist Academy today. And I felt very encouraged to come forward and identify with all of you. And my reason is very simple. Others that want to do this, I will clear my calendar and I will come and also commission your own too for you. If you can beat this landmark, if you can do interventions like this, then you deserve for the governor to come and publicly acknowledge you, to thank you, and to encourage others to do similar things. It's not like he had said, it's not how much money we have, but how we're using what God has given to us to identify and to transform and to change life. Not necessarily for ourselves, but for the generation coming behind us.
And that's the storyline from the governor's office segment on the City of Lagos TV show, showcasing recent official engagements of Mr. Governor. The City of Lagos TV show will continue right after this timeout.